Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Brent Venables, the Oklahoma Sooners, continue to roll on the recruiting trail, landing another commitment from four-star cornerback Courtland Guillory from the state of Texas. This was a kid that I checked out on the film a couple of days ago, and we're going to dive back into it today. One of my kind of cornerbacks. And for the Oklahoma fans that have listened to me talk about cornerbacks from the high school level, a couple of things that I like to look for. One, the ball skills, the length, the frame. Courtland Guillory has that in spades, and he's a two-sport athlete as well. And that's kind of interesting to know because you take a look at the first round of the NFL draft that we just saw Thursday night, 28 out of the 32 first-round draft picks were multi-sport athletes at the high school level. I think that is something that a lot of Power 5 programs are starting to lean into in their evaluation of these high school kids, and Courtland Guillory certainly checks off those boxes. Want to get into the film, talk a little bit about what he brings to this Oklahoma Sooners defense. Before we do, and as always, just want to say thank you to you guys. Massive shout out to the Oklahoma fans. Y'all know we talk a lot of Sooners on the recruiting trail. The amount of support you guys continue to show to the boys truly means a lot. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. And without further ado, let's get into Courtland Guillory. Now, before we get into the film, I want to talk about the athletic profile a little bit first. Now, the basketball background is probably my favorite attribute in terms of the ball skills that he has. But when you get into the film, he's only 6 foot 175. I think he's around 6'1", 6'2" now. You see the length that he has in his hands, and that allows him to do a lot of different things. One, when that football is in the air, big time catch radius in the terms of going up, making plays on the football, but also a guy that can put hands on wide receivers at the line of scrimmage, really only allow them to go as fast as Courtland Guillory wants him to go off the line of scrimmage. This is a guy that can play press man. He can play that ball hawking cornerback spot as well. A lot of versatility that he brings to this Oklahoma secondary. Big fan of his game. Want to get into the film. Really the first thing that you see when you turn on the film is the ball skills and the long speed. Now, he doesn't necessarily have a track background, but you're going to see both of those boxes get checked on this first rep where wide receiver pretty much just running a go ball, balls in the air, staying in the hip pocket, going up, making a play on the football. Again, those two things that you look for from cornerbacks coming from the high school ranks. Hey, do you have the long speed to run with wide receivers, especially going into the SEC where you see a lot of big-bodied, fast wide receivers? And then more importantly, if you're able to run with these wide receivers, can you go up, make plays on the football? Courtland Guillory just seems to have a lot of confidence when that football is in the air, and I am very confident that comes from the basketball background. Very similar look here where, I don't know why you're throwing 50-50 balls up to Courtland Guillory. You get to see a little bit of the length that he has, right? He's not necessarily the biggest, only 175, but look at him go high point that football, make a play. Basketball background. He looks very comfortable with the football in the air going out, making a little bit of a play. No track times that I can tell you guys. You want to take a look at the long speed, though. I mean, you kind of see that on that return. I don't think many people have question marks about the long speed that Courtland Guillory has. And now here you see putting hands on wide receivers at the line of scrimmage, going into the backfield, making plays. Again, physical cornerback, getting off blocks, getting downhill, being physical at the point of attack. That's another thing that you want to see from these cornerbacks. He has the ability to play around the line of scrimmage and fire downhill. Really big fan of the film. You take a look at this rep right here. I mean, you want to talk about some effort. You want to talk about a Brent Venables guy not giving up on the play, playing hard. I mean, that is Courtland Guillory to a T. He shows off the long speed a little bit, not giving up on the play, tracking the ball carrier down. Those are the type of things you want to see on the film as well. Ability to be physical at the point of attack. And two things that you want to note that are important at the college level is one, as we kind of get back this film here, is one, you want to see the guys be able to get off blocks, right? And he's got powerful hands when he's dealing with wide receivers on the perimeter. And then go be physical at the point of attack. Go make your plays. Have that kind of it factor to you in terms of the physicality of the football game. Again, he's a guy that wants to tackle. He's very, very willing to get downhill. A lot of boxes that you see checked for a guy like Courtland Guillory, multi-sport athlete. He's got the length. It seems like he has the long speed. Really nice pickup for the Oklahoma Sooners. And it sounds like Oklahoma really just starting to heat up on the recruiting trail. Y'all know we will keep you guys as covered as possible with what Oklahoma is doing, not only on the recruiting trail, but in the transfer portal. Appreciate you guys rocking with it. Again, if y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.